Let's create the next table, that is wet, with wet ID, name and qualification. Let's go to the workbench, new table, table name is wet, ID is wet ID, name and qualification. Name, qualification. Let's auto increment this field, save the table. Let's create our next table, which is in-house wet, where the primary key is also the foreign key. New table, in-house wet. Let's give the ID of wet ID. Let's make it as primary key without auto incrementing it. And the second thing is salary. Let's make it an int. Save the table. Let's move on to the next table, which is external wet. The primary key is same as the primary key of the super type. It's not auto incrementing either. Country. The next field is visiting fees. Let's make it an int, and that's it. Now let's account for the foreign keys. There was a one-to-one relationship between these two tables, so we put primary key of this table over here. There was one-to-many relationship over here, so we put the primary key of the one side over here. There's a one-to-many relationship between supplier and food item. We put the primary key supply ID of the one side. On the many side, there's a many-to-many relationship between animal and food item, so we created a new table with the primary key and foreign key as animal ID and food item ID. And over here in generalization, the child tables with the same primary key and foreign key as the parent table. So let's consider our first foreign key, which is animal ID, which is present in table named cage. Go to the workbench. First of all, refresh your schema, then go to the table and select alter table. Go to foreign keys tab. Now create a new foreign key named like this. So basically the foreign key is named using a combination of the related tables. Select the table it's related to. It's related to animal table. Select the column which it's related to, animal ID, and it properly selects the primary key of the animal table. This column belongs to the case table, this column belongs to the animal table. Apply. So here you can see it creates a foreign key and it references animal ID. Apply. Finish. Let's consider our next table, which is animal. It has a foreign key named category ID, which references the primary key of category table. Go to the workbench, alter animal table, go to foreign keys tab, name it animal underscore category underscore foreign key. Basically the foreign key comprises of the names of the related tables. So it references which table? It references category table, and the foreign key is named this, and it selects the category ID of category table. This is animal table, this is category table. Select, see if it's proper. It references category ID. Apply. Finish. Now let's account for this foreign key, which is supply ID, which is present in table name food item. Go to the workbench, alter food item, go to the foreign keys tab, name it food item, supplier, foreign key. It references table named supplier. The column name is supply ID, and it properly selects the supply ID of supply table. So see if it's proper. It references supply ID, apply, finish. Now let's consider these two foreign keys which is present in animal food item table. Let's first consider this foreign key. Go to the workbench, select alter table, go to the foreign keys tab. Now the name of the foreign key will be name of the table, animal food item, and the name of the related table, which is our convention, and the referenced table is animal, and the animal ID references the animal ID of animal table. Okay, apply, apply. Now let's consider this second foreign key which also serves as the primary key. Go to the workbench. First of all, let me just, I haven't applied it. Okay, let's close it off. Let's open this table, alter table, go to foreign keys. The name of the key is animal food item and the name of the related table which is food item, and followed by FK, primary foreign key, and relates to which table? Food item table. Now let me select this. Why isn't it selecting? I guess I did some mistake. Let me see over here. Oh, by mistake I made this food item ID as varchar, which is wrong. Let this be an int. Delete this column. Let me just delete this foreign key for right now. Go over here, delete selected columns, apply. Okay, finish. Let me refresh the schema again. Go to table, alter table. Now both are ints. Go to the foreign key tab, create the foreign key, food item. It references the primary key of food item table. Now this, and now it's properly selecting. Apply, apply, finish. So now let's consider the foreign key in the subtypes, which is vet ID. Go to the workbench, open the table, go to the foreign keys section. The name of the table is in-house vet, and it relates to the primary key of which table? Vet, and the extension of FK. Let's find the related table, which is vet, and it relates the vet ID with the vet ID of vet table. Apply, apply, finish. Let's move on to the next table, which is external vet. Alter table, external vet underscore vet underscore foreign key. It references a table named external vet. It references the vet and references the vet ID of vet table. Save it. So let me enter just some sample data. Just as an example, I selected category, edit table data. So the first category is mammal, second category may be bird, third category may be reptile. Let's apply, save, finish. Okay, now let's go to the animal table. I already entered some data over here. Now let's go to the category table again, select row. So basically mammal is category number 1. So elephant is a mammal, zebra is a mammal, lion is a mammal. Second category is bird. So bird over here, pelican over here, and reptiles are the third category. Okay, now let's save this. This is how we got related. So this foreign key has values comprising of the primary keys of this table. The primary keys are 1 to 3. That is what gets mentioned over here in the foreign key. Now let's just enter data for this table just to show you a sample. Go to the workbench. Here I created some food items, so let me just save it first. So let's, and here are the animals. So let's assume that zebra is given both sprouted beans and oats. Okay, the zebra ID is 6 and the food item for this is 2 and 3. So go to food item table, edit table, zebra ID is 6 and the food item it is served is 2 and 3. So 6, 2 and 3. Apply. So basically you shouldn't be entering data like this. Typically there will be a front end from which information is passed to the database, and as you'll see in the chapter on JPA, it's much more simpler to enter the data using the persistence API.